Let's connect with the management of Zaggle, which reported numbers, very, very strong set of numbers. Mr. Avinash Godkhindi is with us, co-promoter and managing director, CEO at the company. Avinash, good morning. Good to have you with us here. Prashant this side. You know, I'm just looking at the investor presentation. You are guiding between 58 and 63% top line growth for FY25. So that looks like it's in the bag. Tell us, what will that number be in 26? Because markets want to know a year forward.
Good morning.
Broadly, if you can give us a sense. And you are saying with that money that you've raised, you are very close to an acquisition. How close and in what area? Go on.
Yes. Good morning. And thank you for having me on the show. Yes, we are very thrilled to share with the community that our guidance has been upped. We are now able to confirm that it will be in the range of 58 to 63%. The confidence stems from the momentum that we are seeing, right? The next year also looks extremely positive. We'd already given some guidance for the next year, but in terms of, doubling in 2 years, but I'm pretty clear and certain in my mind that we'd be able to do much better than that, just given the reads. How much, it's a little early to say, but we'll be able to do much better than that. And in terms of the deployment...
Better, Avinash, much better than what?
We'd spoken, Prashant, that we'll be able to double every 2 years, right?
Okay.
So last year was 775. This year, we are already growing at 58 to 63%. So you do the numbers there. And the year later, which is FY26, which is what you're asking, we'll definitely do much better than just doubling, right? From the FY24 numbers.
Okay.
From the perspective of the capital that we have raised and deploying that capital, look, things are going very nicely. There are a couple of conversations that are in very advanced stages. Overall, we are looking at 5 targets. We'll obviously do 2 to 3. And we should be able to announce some closures in the next couple of quarters. That's how we're looking at it.
So you'll do 2 to 3 acquisitions?
Yeah, that's what we largely raised the money for, Prashant. We are profitable. We're profitable for the last 5 years. Profits continue to grow very healthily. Right. Overall, this year, if you look at it, our overall profits in 9 months have grown about 123%. Right. So it's not just about top line. While a lot of people talk about the top line growth, it's the profits that are growing very strongly. And that's something that we work diligently towards.
How much will you use to acquire these companies? And will this be in the enterprise software, SaaS kind of areas?
Yes, it would be in the SaaS space, payment space. We're looking at opportunities in the merchant card system space. So a lot of companies which are very EBITDA accretive, which are great multiples for us in terms of the acquisition, and also some businesses which are basically tech focused, tech led. That's very critical for us. So that's the play that we are looking at, and we are finding great opportunities, to be honest.
All right, let's talk about business then. Avinash, what about Zoyer? The revenue contribution has been increasing. Where is that headed?
So it's growing very rapidly. Within Zoyer also, we are seeing, very, brilliant use case in Brome, which is our branch recurring operating monthly expenses. So we've had some fabulous momentum there. We stumbled upon this use case that, petty cash, utility bills, rentals for corporate customers who have branches or stores is a big pain point. And we didn't anticipate it to be that way. But when we started to talk to every single CFO who had branches or stores, this was a key pain point. So we have customers today signed up like Subway, we've got Dr. Batras, we've got Blinkit, we've got Zepto. We've got a whole host of these. We also spoke in detail about a very large retail chain for reasons, we can't disclose the name, but it's one of the largest. It's one of the largest retail chains in India, and they have a massive base today. This is just the ones that we can share. There are a whole host of companies that are signing up for Broom. Zoyer overall also is doing very well.
Zoyer itself is doing very, very well. Any other sort of new, because you over the last many quarters when we've chatted, there are always newer areas that you are, for example, I think on the trucking side, payment side, tracking, etc.
Yes.
There was you entered that quarter 2 quarters back. So when the
Yes.
TAM keeps expanding,
Yes.
will that any new areas in that sense?
So we've seen a lot of traction on the fleet side, Prashant. We went live with AGP, which is Pratham and Think Gas. They're one of the largest in this space. And that was a big launch event that they did in 4 cities where the chairman of AGP Pratham launched a card. Very successful launch. Torrent obviously is already live. There are a couple of others that we have signed in that space, which are very big names. And where we are going live. So I think the traction there as well on the fleet side is phenomenal. It's just amazing the amount of momentum that the business is gathering simply because there's this untapped opportunities of areas which are not glamorous, right? I mean, how many people really want to go after fleet? Looks like not many. And we are happy to look at these deep profit pools, healthy recurring businesses with large TAMs.
Sure. All right.
Just one quick word. Margins, you want to put out any guidance for 26?
So margins, we've already said in the next 3 to 4 years, Prashant, we'll hit an EBITDA of 15 to 16%, right? And obviously that trajectory can't be, one spike. It's going to grow over time. So margins will, grow over time, and we are very focused on that. That's something that's top priority for us.
All right, Avinash, we'll leave it on that note for this morning. Thank you very much for joining in. That's Zaggle